So, by great Bodhisattva Shantideva said in the bodhichitta, the guiding the Bodhisattva's life. 관계 취기 조조 심게 상대 마시나 또 동안 점대장 기타 때문에 기내장 대대 다이겠어 어디다 이렇게 사태에 기내짐 대대 다이겠어 심대는 레son 레버 송아자 샘송 두시 마다와 두시 망배 지샤 관계 취기 조조 anyone the principle of the Dharma, the secrecy, secrecy of the mind. If one doesn't know that, even one wish to achieve happiness and eliminate the suffering. Even this is what they wish, but tata to make kinarcham. So those sentences, wonder meaninglessly or without meaning. Means in the samsara, wander in the samsara without meaning, without purpose. So anyone who say doesn't know the principle of the Dharma, so so even the secrecy of the mind, the principle of Dharma, what is that? Secrecy of the mind. So Machina, one doesn't know. So secrecy of the mind. My teacher, Geshe Sobarmiche, when he gave teaching in Day Park, when he was giving course to us students. So he, because he was teaching, he was giving teaching on emptiness, different texts. Great commentary of the root of wisdom, and yes, Tange Lekshin Yingbo, the essence of good explanation, the interpretive and definite meaning. So Geshe related to the meaning of secrecy, related with the emptiness. But in the commentary by Jalsadje, in his teaching, he said this is not secret is not related to the emptiness. Geshe-la, because the main subject is teaching on emptiness, so I think maybe related to the meaning of Sangha is emptiness. So there in the Ramatsungha was a disciple, LZR Rinpoche, he explained, so not emptiness. So the Guru Buddha, the kind, compassionate Buddha, the omniscient one, not the ignorant one, omniscient one. Compassion that embraces to every single helplings, every single hungry ghost, every single animals. Not even one ant left out, not even one mosquito left out. So even tiniest flies not left out. So that embraces to every single animal, embraces to every single human beings. Not only this world, the numberless universe, scientifically mentioned and Buddha mentioned, numberless human beings, not left out for even one person. So Sura beings, Asura beings, intermediate beings, so embraces to every single sentient being, including you, oneself. So, so you see, the majority of the teaching, I can't say, only 84,000 teachings, the only one he taught, not, I can't say, the head of the Satya sect is also too many initiations. Rinpoche, so head of the Satya sect, is on Satya Tenzin, said what Buddha has taught, not just only 84,000 teachings. That's the majority, but not every single what Buddha taught is only 84,000 teachings, not like that. So so that includes into because the sentient beings in different level of mind, different level of intelligence, different level of karma. So therefore, it comes into 3 levels of teachings: less level teaching, and then great level teaching of Sutra, great level teaching of tantra. So not Hindu tantra, what taught by Buddha, so Buddhist tantra. So then those 3 are included, contained in the lamrim, the gradual path to enlightenment. Those 3 teachings are contained, taught by Buddha, contained into lamrim, the gradual path to enlightenment. So the gradual path to lower capable in general, gradual path to middle capable being in general, and then the gradual path to the higher capable being. So lamrim contains the three, divided into three categories. So so the Kachara goal to achieve a higher rebirth, Deva Himi rebirth, the good rebirth. And to be free from lower realm. The suffering with the the hell, hunger goes animal. So to be free from that. So the method, path, method for that, rely on Buddha Dharma Sangha, refuge, and then protect karma. So cause of the suffering, cause of the lower realm. So non-virtue you abandon. Then virtuous action, virtuous karma, causing happiness, higher birth. So like abandon 10 non-virtue, the causing the lower realm, and of course, also suffering this life, and then so abandon that and practice 10 virtue, which brings happiness in the future. So that, of course, that brings all the happiness in this life as well. If you're not motivated for that, for this life, but of course it does bring happiness in this life. So see that. For example, so the the taking the Upasaka vow, the five, you see 5 precepts. Renounce or free yourself, make yourself free from the committing the 5 non-virtuous action, the killing, stealing, such conduct, telling lie, and taking alcohol. So this which interfere to practice Dharma, virtue, makes the mind wild, kind of unconscious, unconscious or whatever, wild, instead of subduing mind, and then making the mind wild. The dangers your life into others. So they can say, yeah. Oh, then example like that. Yeah. So even one can't with the practice five which actually they was kabao, and then from those 5 you see 4 or 3, 2 or 1. So whatever one can of that. So anyway, yeah, that's so protecting karma. Mind is aligned with the Dharma, Sangha, is taking refuge, and then protecting karma. There are methods for that. So, that is the gradual part of the Lord capable being. Then on that basis, and then gradual part of middle capable being, the aim is to achieve liberation from samsara. Then to be free from samsara. So the method, and then the practicing 3 higher trainings. Higher training of the morality. Higher means refuge. With the refuge. Without refuge, not higher. Higher training of the morality. Then on the basis of that, higher training of the meditation. Or the concentration, higher training of the concentration. Then on the basis of that, higher training of the wisdom. So that's the path, see. To achieve that, to achieve liberation, samsara, and nirvana. So the gradual part of the middle capable being. Then, on the basis of that, then the goal is the goal is to achieve great nirvana, the total cessation of obscuration, gross and subtle, then completion of all the realization, Sangha. So the goal is that for the sentient being, then to be to be free from raw nirvana, to be free from raw nirvana, from self-chasing thought, and then then motivates bodhichitta. So the Kasuri, let go I, from where, as I mentioned, from where all the suffering arises. So the Kasuri, all the obstacles to practice Dharma. So you see, so let go I, then cherish others. So the numberless sentiments, that's how I explained about Buddha for the mind, compassion. So they, like that, cherish others, so the numberless sentiments, numberless helpings, hungry for the animal, numberless human being, numberless serving, asserving, understanding. So cherishing every single sentence, from where all the happiness comes. You get all the happiness up to enlightenment. So from others. So cherish that. Sorry. So with that motivation, then engaging in the Bodhisattva's conduct, 6 parameters. Through that, then through that, then you achieve full enlightenment, Buddhahood, for sentient beings. So that you see, so it comes down to the lamrim, and then the Buddha teaching 3 levels, then it comes down to lamrim. So lamrim, 3 levels like this. As a sentient beings have, sorry, yeah. So sorry, 3 levels like that. So see, yeah, how to go to enlightenment. So Kasuri, so how to develop the mind towards enlightenment for sentient beings? How to develop the mind towards bodhichitta. So, Kasuri, without preliminary the renunciation of samsara, without realization, without the realization, that realization, so you only think about it. You don't like samsara. You don't like suffering. Don't like renunciation. So, because samsara pleasure, what you like, you don't want to let go. You know, samsara pleasure, what you like, that you cling so much. You know, you don't give it up. You don't want to give it up. So you don't like, bodhichitta, you know, you see, that you can't develop to, your mind doesn't develop to bodhichitta. You see, as I told you yesterday, without knowing, without meditating your own suffering, and you see, then no way, without learning your own suffering, no way to recognize or to realize or to feel unbearable suffering from others, no way. So no way to generate compassion. No way to generate compassion. And no way to develop bodhichitta. Compassion has a preliminary before bodhichitta. So, you see now, and because John led meditation all the way up, so now you can understand why it's so important to meditate on suffering. Your suffering, other suffering. So you see. So I heard many stories about Spain and you know, the Sanghas who went to teach Dharma. So in Spain, people say, well, I don't want to hear suffering. You know, I heard the students say, because they don't know lamrim. They haven't really studied well, so they don't know the purpose, reasons. Yeah. Or even in America, we have a small center called Pumping Bar Center in Washington. I don't know the name, Pacific area, but so I heard, they say don't worry to hear suffering. They told the nun who give teaching, they said they don't hear suffering. So like that. So it's a desire realm. Some samsara beings, interior realm, desire realm, samsara being, form realm, formless realm. So it's just a desire realm, samsara. They experience suffering, pain, suffering, change, and perverse become bound. You don't know. So you don't know all these things. You see, even the outline, the whole entire suffering, they have no idea. So, even suffering pain, maybe even that you don't get the whole idea. So, like that, so then you see, then you don't know whole entire suffering of your own samsara. No, you don't know, so very limited. What you know, suffering is very limited. And then, of course, you can't see that. You can't. Then you don't. Your understanding others' suffering. You see how much other suffering is very limited. So then the compassion, you see, the renunciation through your own suffering. it's not there. So compassion to others doesn't happen. So it's hardly. Or then compassion you have is very partial. Only somebody whom you like. Only the cat you like. Only compassion for them. No compassion for the rats, for the spiders, for the snakes. Is it like that? Other animal you don't like, then you have no compassion. Something like that. Only people you like, then you have compassion for them. But others you don't care, you don't like, no compassion. So anyway, but there can be also attachment. Only the animal that you like, or the only people you like. Because let's say, friends or so there's no way to develop bodhichitta. No, impossible. Blocked. No way to achieve enlightenment. Oh, hopeless. No way. All like that, you see. So then, you don't know from realm the suffering of change and pervasive compound suffering. And formless realm, only the pervasive, don't have two other sufferings, but pervasive compound suffering. They're not free from that. So when the karma trip there finish, then you see then the past karma is ripened. Then they get reborn law realms, desire realm, all like that. You see. So we have been through that, through meditation, through samatha meditation, firm contemplation. You see, the achieving four levels of firm contemplation we achieve. Through samatha. We were born numberless times in the form realm, through meditation. Formless realm, we were born numberless times. But because it did not achieve renunciation to the whole entire samsara. Even Hindu, you see, you achieve renunciation to the desire realm. Even a Hindu, form realm and formless realm, the limitless sky, limitless consciousness, nothingness, and the tip of the samsara. So they generate renunciation to limitless consciousness, limitless space, and then consciousness, and then nothingness. So tip of the samsara is. So in Hindu, they can't generate renunciation to that, because the way they generate renunciation is only by comparing, next level is better, more peace than what you've achieved, level what you've achieved now. So only the six analysis, through that you achieve by comparing. So there's no higher realm of samsara after the tip of the samsara. There's no higher realm of samsara. So there's nothing to compare. So even though you have a renunciation to the desire realm, formless realm, and then realized suffering, but tip of the samsara is only left out. There's no higher to compare. So you never got renunciation to that. So get stuck. So even in Hindu, so like that. So then I heard that so when you are, so the delusion, there are sets of delusions, gross, middle, and the small. So that time delusion is so small, so subtle. So then you believe you achieve nirvana. Then you believe you achieve nirvana. You see, then you haven't achieved, but you so subtle. So you think you achieve nirvana. So so when the karma finishes, how much time to be there? To the samsara. Then you see the next rebirth, Lord realm or desire realm, I mean the human realm, whatever. Then, I thought, I'm achieving nirvana, but not. You see, then they get a heresy. It's not true. There's no nirvana. You see, then you get a heresy. Then the heresy makes you to be reborn in hell. Heresy makes to be reborn in hell. All like that. So we went through those through meditation. Went born a formulated numberless times, formulated numberless times. So you see, the 3 realms, the 6 realms went through from beginningless rebirth, went through and suffered. So like that. So the Kasure, so karma abiding, that's the common one. The Buddhist has, also the Hindu has. So only that is, we achieve that numberless times. Well, that's nothing. So Kasure, so you have to achieve that. You have to achieve renunciation to the realizing how to the samsara nature suffering. You see, so you have to recognize, realize suffering nature from the tip of the samsara down to the hell realm, the Kasure. Lost number 8, unimaginable hell realm, the number 8. Totally nature of suffering, like being in the center of the fire, very center of the fire, like that nature of suffering, or like Kasure, being in prison. You don't want to be in prison even a second, but you are in prison. So like that, or negative body. Negative body is wrapped with a thorn bush, sitting on thorn bush, or like that. So Kasure. So you see, you have to realize Kasure up to the tip of the samsara. So nature of suffering. Most unbearable, so that yours, yours, then all sentient beings and how they're suffering samsara, then you feel most unbearable. How others suffering samsara, the numberless sentient beings. Because helping hungry birds, animals, human beings, survival. So you feel unbearable. Sorry. Like being in the center of fire, So you felt so unbearable. Or then compassion. So more you see that you're suffering than others suffering. More you see all the different sufferings. Then more you feel so much more you feel unbearable, the other suffering, or there's so strong compassion you generate for others. Then through that strong bodhichitta. In this world, in this southern continent, because here is a pleasure, but also so much suffering, you see. So legi sapa, so due to karma, so you see, here very easy in this continent, very easy to see the you can see the suffering, samsara, you see, so unbearable. So you can generate strong renunciation. The principal aspect path to enlightenment, renunciation, bodhichitta, so strong renunciation you can generate, you see, in this continent, southern continent where we are. So because of that, then you are able to generate strong compassion to others. So because of that, then you are able to generate strong bodhichitta to others. Or that makes you achieve enlightenment quickly. Or because of strong bodhichitta, or strong compassion, the strong renunciation to your suffering, samsara, then strong compassion to other suffering, then strong bodhichitta, all that makes you quickly achieve enlightenment. All like that. So therefore we're born in the southern continent this time. So we're unbelievably fortunate. So fortunate we are. Like not the southern not continental or like that. So everybody live 1,000 years. Every single everybody, all are like Deva realm, so wealthy. I mean, there's no poor. Everything's so there's no renunciation, no compassion. There's no kind of opportunities for them. So not is the other continents are difficult. So here, so easy. So easy to develop the mind to enlightenment. And also, of course, as I mentioned, I might have mentioned before, because tantra teaching, there's no tantra teaching Amitabha Pure Land, in Amitabha Pure Land. So bodhisattvas there, even you generate, not tantric path, but sutra path, even you develop in that, in the Pure Land. But bodhisattvas, they pray to be born the southern continent where we are, because in southern continent there's tantra teaching existing. There's tantra teaching existing. So the bodhisattvas, they pray to be here to practice tantra and achieve enlightenment here. So we are. So by that reason, we are unbelievably fortunate. So fortunate we were born in southern continent where there's tantra teaching, where you can achieve even the lower tantra, kriya tantra, chat tantra, amana tantra, kriya tantra, chat tantra, anutaya tantra. So you can achieve enlightenment. You can achieve enlightenment in one life. Whereas Mahayana Sutra only practicing that for 3 countless great eons. You have to practice 6 parameters. It takes 3 countless to complete the collecting the merit of wisdom, merit of virtue. Takes 3 countless great eons. Like that, you see. Then, even though you can achieve enlightenment by practicing Mahayana Sutra, because here you can practice even by practicing the Kriya Tantra, Chai Tantra, another Tantra, it's enlightenment in one lifetime, so quickly, in one lifetime. Then highest Tantra, fourth one, then even quicker, so reason, so strong compassion, unbelievable compassion, so strong renunciation to your own suffering, to your own suffering, samsara. There's so strong compassion, can't stand, the Katsuri, even second, the sentence means suffering, samsara. For you can, so unbelievable compassion, can't stand. So then you see that motivation, then practice the highest tantra, or then that makes it to achieve enlightenment, unified state of Dharma. Then in the brief lifetime of degenerate time, so within some number of years, in the brief a lifetime of the degenerate time, it's able to achieve enlightenment. Like that. So by the reason, we're so fortunate, unbelievable fortunate. You have to recognize how you are so fortunate. You have to recognize. So important. So there's no time depression. There's no time for depression. Commit suicide or depression. And there's no time, no space. So that's, this thinking, by this thinking, this one, just, there's so many. You see, the eight freedom, 10 richness, Tawaji, George, eight freedom, 10 richness, each one, you know what, Katsure put in to practice Dharma, opposite practice Dharma, the eight freedom, 10 richness, each one, it's like a sky filled with the wish granted jewel. Each one you have each richness, each eight freedom, 10 richness. So each with each one, so like that, unbelievable. There's so much to be happy, to enjoy, to feel happiness. So I'm saying, as I normally mention, when I watch the TV, at the beginning people who play soccer, beginnings didn't recognize, didn't realize. So when they win, I think when they put the ball at the gate, through the gate, then the person run like this so fast and run like this, and all the nerves outside, all the nerves, no smile, like this. So I thought maybe they did something wrong. I said, no smile, So I thought it was something wrong. Something went wrong. Then later on I realized it didn't mean that. It means they win. so I think completely freaked out. Like this, and run, So you see here, day and night, every hour, whole life we can do like this. We can run, Even nighttime dream, you can do like this, you can run. All the nerves out. So no time for depression. No time, no space for depression. So I solved that. Yeah, so secrets of the mind. Not knowing that, then even you desire happiness and do not eliminate the suffering. Even that's what you want. But you see, because you don't know the secrets of the mind, so so without purpose, without meaning, you wander in samsara. So wander in samsara from beginningless, not only now, from beginningless rebirth, I've been wandering in samsara. And then if you don't know the secrets of the mind this life, if you don't practice Dharma, then you wander in samsara forever. You understand? Oh, you have to understand that. So if you don't know the secrets of mind, so for example, so I explained relating lamrim. You see, the pure mind, unstained by the worldly concern of this life. So action is done with that Dharma. So it brings happiness, future life. Then, even mind even more pure than that, you see, unstained by the attachment to samsara. You see, future life, the samsara pleasure, unstained by that attachment. So mind more pure. Oh, then action is done with that causes nirvana. The ultimate happiness. Now, actions are done with bodhichitta. All that causes enlightenment, to achieve enlightenment. Oh, secrecy of the mind means that. Oh, that. If you want happiness, you have to know this. Otherwise, you are completely, like the bees get into a pot. You see, there's a pot. There's a hole here. You can come out immediately. But doesn't know that cannot see that. So goes around. Goes around. Cannot see this. Where we come out. You see, like that. Oh, like that, you see. If you want happiness, do not want suffering, what? Then you have to know the secrets of the mind. What Great Buddha Sarvashin says, secrets of the mind. Oh, otherwise you totally blind, you know. So what you do is only, you see, engage in the world concern of this life, everything becomes, all the actions of bodhisattva mind become all non-virtue, causes suffering. And then the attachment to visualize samsara, oh, that's obsession, so like that, you see. So what you do is only suffering. Tea. You see, Gambova, Milarepa's disciple, Gambova said, Jiten Truva de la Pateve, Cheba Tamji, Teme Dungonju. So I'm trying this, connecting my previous talk. Cheba Tamji, Teme Dungonju, Jila Tamji, Pember Mundube. Rangi semla tawa tatu converges. Gambova said, Jiten Truva de la Patevis, by looking at hallucinated the world. Jiten Truva de la Patevis, and Sevatam, whatever is done, meaningless, cause for suffering. Whatever is done, meaningless, cause for suffering. Sevatam, whatever you whatever you think, there's no benefit. Always get trained to look at your mind. What's the advice? So now I have to expand. Now I have to. This is very important advice. Very important advice. You must write down what Gambova said. His experience to our life. How he sees our life. So but that takes a little time. By looking at, examining, by watching. See, then the world, the hallucinated world. See, then Truva de la Pateve. Please let me explain. Lama Tsongkhapa said, listen this. Lama Tsongkhapa said, Timuki, Dratabe Rangshin La. Learning drawback. So, see, Timuk drawback in the nature that ignorance exaggerated. Then, you see, in that nature, bad and good exaggerated. After that, then attachment and anger rises. You see, normally we think, attachment can rise together. You see, beautiful and ugly. Attachment rises together. You might think like that, but it's not. First, discriminate bad and good. You see, exaggerate. Then anger attachment rises. After that, first you make the reason. This is bad. This is good. Then after that, attachment anger rises. So you see, you have to know that. Not comes together. No, that's wrong. You see, first the reasons. This is good, this is bad, all that. Then attachment anger rises. You have to know that. It's very important, so important. So you see, then attachment anger rises. But that is on the basis, ignorance, exaggerate in their nature. You understand? You have to know the whole thing. So you see, so total false object. Then build up on that basis. Like that, you see. There's nothing true in that. You see, nothing can do. It's all false. See, hallucination. So, then then 대다게 진당 대다게 진당장 rebirth 중화 rebirth 중화 맞아요. rebirth 중화 never. So that was the means. This wrong concept. First of all, the ignorance. Then now what's come down, ignorance and attachment. All these wrong concepts. The way to holding this, first maybe we don't put the wrong concept. This concept, the way to apprehend, the way they apprehend the object. The logical reasons can prove that's wrong. Can prove that these thoughts, this concept, way of apprehending the object is wrong. This is proved by the logical reason. All you have to understand this is very important. So let me to again. Let me to clarify. I mean, even this. So logical reasons. Then these thoughts, way of apprehending the object, can prove totally wrong. Therefore, this concept is wrong, not right. Wrong concept. So first I have to tell the ignorance, exaggerating. Ignorance exaggerate in their nature. Okay, so you see, I have to make clear that to able to see clear. Of course, including myself, of course, yeah. And so you see, you see how we create the I. How we create the I. You see, so base to be labeled I. So the aggregates. We have at the moment we have 5 aggregates. Aggregates, form, feeling, cognition, compound aggregates, consciousness. So, mind focus on the aggregates. Then the same mind make up the label I. Focus on the five aggregates. Same mind make up the label I. So the mind merely impute I. The same mind focused aggregate merely impute the I. So that is, what is I? What is I? That's all, nothing else. That's all. You see, we think it's something real, like that, you see? But, sorry, my Sherpa commitment. I mentioned Spain. I mentioned Spain or Kazakh, Germany or Spain there. I said, I'm the Himalayan commitment. Himalayan Sherpa commitment. Because I make all kinds of noise. That's all the people. Anyway, so so the mind focuses on the aggregates, and that mind merely input I. That's it. What is I? Nothing more than that. That's the reality. Nothing more than that. More than that is a hallucination. Slight more than that is a hallucination. That means existing from its own side. Slightly more than that is existing. There's the existing from its own side. Slightly more than that is that. That's a hallucination. Slightly more than that is all hallucination. So what is I? That's all, nothing else. This is the reality of the I. What is you? What is me? That's. No. Unbelievable. What is I? Most unbelievable. It exists, but it's most unbelievable subtle. What it is, what I is. Most unbelievable subtle. It is like it exists, but it's like doesn't exist for my mind. It's like that. It exists, but it's so subtle, like doesn't exist. Okay? Oh, you have to know that. The reality, what the I is, without falling the ignorance. You know what is projected by ignorance, without falling that reality. So good to meditate in this practice of awareness. Now, just a little bit. Practice mindfulness in this. So, meditate in this awareness. Awareness in this. Then the first second is the first, first second of the mind merely imputed, mind focused target, merely imputed I. You see? Now the next second or next short time, then the I appear back. You see, it should appear back, merely leveled by mind. It should appear back, merely leveled by mind. That doesn't happen to us, for sentient beings. For the Arya beings, except in equipos meditation and emptiness. Otherwise, they appear back, doesn't appear, do not appear merely leveled by mind, intuitive enlightenment. So, intuitive enlightenment, the I appears back to you, hallucination, in hallucination. So Buddha doesn't have hallucination, but because subtle negative imprint left by ignorance, delusion, is totally seized by actualizing the remedy path. Totally ceased the subtle negative imprint led by ignorance. Totally ceased. So therefore, Buddha doesn't dualist mind, no dualist view. So therefore, the Buddha's mind becomes totally purified. So it becomes Dhammakaya. Buddha's holy mind becomes the transcendent wisdom of Dhammakaya. So it is merely labeled by mind, and it appears back merely labeled by mind to the Buddha. So us sentient beings, even Arya beings, until the subtle negative imprint is totally seized by completing the remedy path. Then there's the appearance, you see, I appear true existence, hallucination, even the higher bodhisattva. But of course they don't believe. They have a direct perception of emptiness of the I, so they don't believe. Not only realization of emptiness, but they have direct perception of it. So even though I appear existing from inside, but they don't believe. So like you see, as I explained, the mirage. So you came through the sand where the sunlight hit. So when you look at it back, it looks like there's water. So those who knows mirage, this is a mirage. Those who knows. So there's appearance of water, but that you don't believe. who knows it is mirage. They appear as water, but they don't believe. So like that. And like the person who is able to read the dream while he is dreaming, while you are dreaming, able to recognize this dream at the same time. All like that. There's appearance, but they don't believe because of realization, emptiness. Of course, higher beings able to do direct perception of emptiness. So how can they believe as it appeared, existing from its side? So we believe. We completely believe it's true. We don't, so like me, or don't have realization, emptiness. So it is I. So you see, so the I appear existing from its side when it appears. Next second, next short time. So why it is appearing in hallucination, truly existent, the existence from the side, is because there is a negative imprint left on the mental continuum from beginningless rebirth by the ignorance, by your ignorance. Oh, so the negative imprint, first, second, mind merely imprint to the I, and then next second or next short time, then the I appeared, then you see negative imprint project truly existence, existing from itself, existing by nature. By using everyday language, real. So when the I appeared true, then this negative imprint collected from beginningless but by ignorance on your mental projected, decorated, real. Truly exists, real. You see? Oh, so that's why casually, on the middle level I, decorated by the ignorance, projected, decorated, real. The hallucination, real. Oh, that made the I to appear real to you. Then that third second or the third short time, then your mind is for us. Your mind, for me, your mind believe, this 100% true, real. You see, 100% true, real. Oh, your mind is that is ignorance. That is the root of your samsara. You created right now. You understand? You created right now. You created the root of your samsara now. Oh, the root of all suffering. Yeah. Depression, all that, whatever you call it. Depression, dissatisfaction, suffering, pain, suffering, change, purpose, so you see the root of from where all this suffering comes. Believe, this is true, or that ignorance is your root of samsara. You created now. All the sufferings. So now you see. So now you see. So now you see. So, totally believe it. That's real, that's true. And then you see, so now, as I mentioned to you, now you live your life for this. You live your life to get happiness for this I, real I, to get power, to get happiness for this I, real I, which is not there. So you walk, you see, from childhood time, kindergarten, school, college, marriage and children, business, so for this I, to get power, to get happiness for this I, for this real I, real I, you see, so you see, they're not your life, they're not even making food, even going to toilet, making caca, pee-pee, sorry, everything, every movement is done for this I. You understand? Every movement, talking, every body, speech, mind, every single thing done for this I. Would you know that? Would you know that? You understand? So you see, everything, every single action of body is done for this real I, but it's not there. You see? That's why. Created by your ignorance. Created by, projected, decorated by your ignorance, not by wisdom. You understand? So again, if you have a power influence, then that's something you don't like, or you harm, then you can start even war in the world. You can start like the first war I heard start from one person originally. So, you see? So, war in the world. So many millions of so many millions because of the killed. I was 10 Second World War. So this appeared real, then there's a mind, that is completely true. Then they started to see, anything you don't like, I'm destroyed by the Second World War started, and then, then they can start the Third World War. I mean, many millions, billions people get killed in the different times. Suffering, this without counting animal, are just people. So come from this ignorance, come from this wrong concept. That you see, they create false I. This object to be reputed. They create the false I. It's a real I. Believe in the real I. Real I appeared, believe in the truth. Other than that, you see, created by ignorance. Then you see, Katsure. So anything you don't like, then Katsure. Somebody complain. Anything you don't like, then you put that person in the prison. Gradual, you put in prison, you court cases and put in prison, torture, kill, so like that. So like that all the time. In the world, create problem like this. In the world, create problem like this. Country problem, society problem, family problem, your problem. Unimaginable. So you see, so you see, now every single hour of movement is done for this real I, which is not there. You understand? Oh, that is learning what is the false in the life, what is the truth in the life. Oh, you're learning now. What is the truth in the life? What is the false in the life? Oh, you're learning now. Oh, you have to know that. So now like this, you see, now this is I. Now this is I, you see. So similar now, oh, you see, body, you know. So what body exists is a mere name. But to our Krishna mind, is a body appeared, body mere level one appeared wrong way. Wrong way. As projected by ignorance, by the negative imprint. So, real body. So hallucination. You see? It's something mind, real mind. You see? Mind, which exists mere name, but so you see, negative imprint led by ignorance, when it appeared, it projected real, existed from society. So, but real mind. Then you see. Form similar. So mere level by mind. But one mere level by mind, but then you see when it appeared, the negative imprint decorated real. On the mere level form, decorated real form, decorated real. So anything we see form, all the tangas, lights, and everything you see, real, from its own side. Outside, when you look at sky from there, real tree from there, real road from there. So everything real. Food, real. People, animal, everything real. So exists man, but don't appear that this is additional. you see, the hallucination appears. Total, so totally hallucination. Total hallucination. And then sound. Sound was the immediate level of my mind, but you see, when it appears, then in the imprint that by ignorance decorates real. Real, you see, existing from inside. Real. So sound, whatever you hear, dog sound or machine, whatever. Yeah, somebody gets a paper cup or you just talk. So sound from there. Not you don't see, not mid-level sound, real sound. You see, there's coughing one. There's coughing one, real coughing from there. So, so all the sound, even you make fart, is a sound of fart. Sound of fart from there. Sorry. So you see, whole sound, you're laughing. All the sound is a real sound. Is a total hallucination. Then, form, sound, smell. You see, smell of fart. So, anyway, whatever smell incense, smell louder incense smell. Whatever. So real. You see, you don't see mid-level samples. Mid-level smell, real smell. Real bad smell, good smell. You see? So total hallucination. Total hallucination. You see? From sound, smell. Then taste. When you eat chili, so hot taste from its own side, not mid-labeled. That's what exists, but it's like a negative imprint, decorated, real. You see, the real taste is a salt. You see, the real taste, salt, or the sweet. You know, when you eat ice cream, sweet taste, real sweet, real gentle, real soft, real sweet. So everything truly existent. It's a not mid-level, truly existent taste. So all complete hallucination. From sound, smell, taste, tangible. Then, you see, when you walk on the road, when you walk on the floor, you see something hard from the inside. It is not middle-leveled one, but hard from there. It's the road or floor, hard from there. So real hard from there. Oh, it's a total hallucination. So if you are sitting now, so the seat, you see, looks like something real from there. Not a mid-level seat, but a seat, a real seat, you see, appearing from there. So, total hallucination. So like that. So whole thing comes away. Total hallucination. So Nothing is there. Nothing is there in the reality. All these things, even the atom, size of atom is not there. So this extremely profound meditation. Extremely profound meditation. All the mindfulness, or if you can do mindfulness, this best mindfulness meditation. You see, you're looking all this, looking at it, hallucination, as it is hallucination. Tibetan, so that which is hallucination. You see now, problem from beginning is rebirth. We've been suffering, still we are not free from suffering samsara. It's because all these hallucinations bling real, bling true, 100% true. You get attached on the basis, you get attached, you get angry. All the delusion rises on the basis of the ignorance, or it's protected by ignorance. On the basis of all the delusion rises, 84,000 delusions. All like that. Then you see you suffer your whole your life. You suffer whole your life like this. So this is the best meditation, more profound meditation. That if you can do this meditation, that's excellent. For example, if you're walking beach, 1,000 people laying down naked. I explain a different way. I said, then there in the water, there are fish, there are animals who live in the water. There's a different way, actually. Even the book attachment to water, then of course, so many people who come to the beach, attachment to water, then they, on the basis of their ignorance, seeing water, real water from there, and then attachment, good and bad to the then real bad, good, then attachment. So then you see many are, sorry to say, but many are born in the water, fish or those animals. It's before human being. So it could be some of those being human beings now. Could be other way around. Anyway, but I explain different ways, practice mindfulness. Sorry. Generating compassion to them. You see, while you're walking there. That's, yeah. But here, now, you see, all these real people, negative, laying down 1,000 people in the water, so all the real water, all this, so you walk on the beach with practice of mindfulness. You see, looking at all this hallucination, that which is hallucination, looking at hallucination, that which is hallucination. Oh, so what is the word tormented is this? Looking at that hallucination, all this, that which are hallucination. Oh, that word is this. Don't forget. So you're working with meditation. This is the reality of life. So really, the false and truth of your life. So these are false. So by mentioning false, looking at the fault, that which is fault, then you see, that's the meditation also, to the truth of your life. What is the truth? So it's fantastic. Wow. So what about to go to beach? So what about to go to beach in the meditation? Then fantastic. Then you see peace. Then in your heart, incredible peace. You see, mind is peace, incredible peace in your mind. Yeah? So same thing, you can do that when you go in the department store. Even you have nothing to buy, but you see, you go there for meditation. So there's a woman's all the makeup, huge shop, all the makeup face. All the different body. Then the children. Then there's grown-up persons of clothing and so much to see. Then you go in each level. Then do them. It's the same meditation. Looking at it, the hallucination, that which is the hallucination. So you go around. Such great. What so meaningful. So you see, and that helps to see the truth of your life. To see the truth. See, it's amazing. So that's one way. So you can do it like that in the market, or even when you go for walk. So a lot of people with health, they go walk, beach or other places. So that's unbelievable, most unbelievable, meaningful, beneficial meditation, mindfulness. That's so profound, most profound. If you go for a walk with this meditation, eliminating ignorance, your root of samsara, all the root of all the suffering, eliminating. Meditation to eliminate the root of all your suffering, ignorance. All the delusion, meditation to eliminate all the delusion. So this attachment, anger, pride, all the delusion is interior emptiness, like that. So that's one way. So since I'm that you can do similar this meditation while you are making tour to the mountains or to the Everest or anybody is going to Mount Everest. I'm not sure if there's anybody going to Mount Everest who want to climb the Mount Everest. There's one Sherpa man in New York who climbed the mountain 25 times. I've met, but I met only who climbed 5 times. So he drove me for New Jersey to receive teaching from Debje Jong Rinpoche. He drove two more times. So I told Rinpoche and the people, they were very surprised. Anyway, so what you going to our pilgrimage. So even you're doing pilgrimage, but you see, you plan from home. You plan from home how many weeks, months you're going for pilgrimage. You plan to meditate like this while you're walking. While you are walking, while you're walking pilgrimage, seeing a holy place, temple, whatever, walking. So you practice mindfulness in this while you're doing pilgrimage. So it's so profound, so worthwhile into emptiness. Yeah, pilgrimage. So anyway, so that even just in your own room, yeah, that practice mindfulness. So that's so okay now. Sorry, I didn't finish even the lung. Here, because I explained this, so So the other way is this very good meditation. So good practice of mindfulness. So good. Then this becomes a remedy to all the delusions. All the delusions. So then the other one is dependent arising, middle level I, doing middle level action, walking on the middle level road. Always, you see, middle level I is doing the middle level action, eating. Middle level food. So you see what you were doing. So practicing subtle dependent arising. Subtle dependent arising. As I mentioned, the middle level mind, middle level I, we meditate all like that, you see. So extremely subtle. Oh, phenomenal, you see. Extremely subtle. You see. So you're looking at the truth of your life. Not truth. See. That's one mindfulness practice, mindfulness meditation, emptiness. That's one way to do. The other ways, then of course, whichever you do, it gives the understanding. You see, the negative imprint projected the real. So all this is not true. So it gives that understanding not true. So middle level or the then the other one is looking at the empty. What the real one is empty. There. Then it's the action empty, object empty. What appear real action, real object, you see, is empty. So then there's another one. So looking at everything empty. So so I think so that different ways you can do like that. I'll tell you one thing. When you're angry, when you are angry, suddenly go back, suddenly go to that this I is existing mere name. Suddenly when you go to the very subtle I, the existing mere name, you ventured in that. You go back, you go to that state. So that time, the minute you go to that state, anger is gone. Anger cannot exist. Because anger is built on the hallucination. You see, I quoted you Lama Tsongkhapa teaching. That's very important. Write down. Oh, very important. If you don't know, then yeah. So that's so important in your daily life. Awareness of your life, truth of your false old life. See? So when you think that middle level I, anger, you see, no place for anger. You see, then after that, when your mind is distracted, the real I, when the real I happens, it appears, then you see anger comes back. You see Lama Tsongkhapa explained. Now you can see clear from your experience. Lama Tsongkhapa said, ignorance actually exaggerates, so the real I. You understand? It's the real I. Real form, real sound, whatever. The real person. So, in that nature, then is a mind discriminates better, good, ugly, beautiful. You see? Then anger attachment arises. After that, you have to know that anger attachment arises. So that, you see? So now this, what I'm telling is proves that what Lama Tsongkhapa said. So middle level I, that time, anger, because there is no place for anger. There's no to rise anger, then gone. So then you see, when the mind is distracted, the real I comes, then, and you see, again, that bad, good, and then the anger comes again. You see? That proves what Lama Tsongkhapa said. So then it says, the logical reason able to prove that the wrong concept is wrong. The ignorance, the anger, anger. We believe anger attachment is the correct mind. Like that. That wrong concept. You have to know it's the wrong concept. The proof is here. So when you think your mind, the I is middle level, there's no anger. Reality is the I. Anger to one. That proves what Lama Tsongkhapa said. Okay, all that, you see, the wrong concept. You have to know the anger attachment is the wrong concept. So you see, there's first of all, there's ignorance, exaggerate, real I, real this. Okay, in that nature, then bad, good, ugly, beautiful, bad, good, exaggerate. So of course that appears real, of course. Then anger attachment rises. That's the second time, extra exaggeration. You see? Extra exaggeration. You see? So that. So now, the reality is not there. What ignorance, what anger attachment, belief, as a belief, object is not there. The real beauty, real ugly is not there. Real beauty, real ugly is not there. that build on the basis of ignorance projection. Because exaggeratory. See? So therefore our life, now listen. Our life full of exaggeration. First ignorance. Then top that, then it's a bit ugly, but then attachment, gradual, so many wrong concepts. So we live the life with hallucination, with all suffering. So, jiden chua de la part devis, by looking at the hallucinatory world, yours, others, by looking at the hallucinatory world, also get the idea of what the Lama Tsongkhapa said. The two things. First, ignorance, exaggeration, and then in the nature, on the basis, then agility of the exaggeration. Then enlightenment, then second hallucination. You see? So, jiden chua de la part devis. So, look at the hallucinated world, all like that. Look at the hallucinated world. Look at the hallucinated world. Oh, you see? Now that's the meaning. So it gives the whole idea. False. What is false? You understand? Then true that a part there. Whatever is done is no meaning, cause of suffering. So whatever is done, cause of suffering, because no meaning, cause of suffering, the Lord. Everything done with non-virtue, because the world is concerned, the attachment to this life. So everything becomes non-virtue. Every action, body, spirit, mind, every moment to become non-virtue, cause of Lord. You see? Then, next one, so even you think I want to become a billionaire, even you think I want to become a billionaire, no benefit. It's just unbelievable dissatisfaction, unhappiness. No benefit. Even you go to the moon, by spending so many $1 million, I don't know, $1 billion or $1 million, so many million go to the moon, no benefit. But that doesn't help to stop Lord when you die and get a higher birth, go to Pure Land, get a higher birth, it doesn't help. Even you go to the moon, doesn't help. Whatever you think, you think about millionaire, and then even you go to the moon, no benefit. Whatever you think, no benefit. So, Rang is similar to therefore, look at your mind. So, Rang is similar to Tato Kombatis. Always be habituated looking at your mind. So that can be many things. That looking at your mind, it can be absolute natural mind, it can be a conventional natural mind. The two things. But you see, the mind is formless, colorless, shapeless, but many other meditators, they think it's a mental emptiness, but it's not mental emptiness. That's conventional nature of the mind. Yeah, so so that There are many different ways, I think, treating, looking, be habituated, get habituated, watching into your, looking at your mind. So, for example, you see, what attachment, anger, or whatever negative thought arises, but by looking at the nature of the, even the conventional nature of the mind, looking like looking at the mirror, looking at the kasure, looking at the natural mind, conventional nature, not the ultimate nature, just looking at that, mind focus on that, looking at that, then the delusion goes away. So like that, for example, kasure. There are many different ways to think kasure. Then kasure, then you see, like you transform your mind into the secrecy of the mind, the one, the three secrets of the mind I explained to you. So you think that way. So you transform the mind in secrecy of the mind. The three, so then becomes a virtue. Mind becomes virtue. So especially bodhichitta. So all of that. Then the kasure, kasure. All the forms are the deities, guru deities, holy body. All the forms will appear. I think it doesn't mean to change in their form, but it means the essence of the form. Whatever form you see is the guru deities. Whatever sound you hear, guru deities mantra. The sound you hear, all sound is guru deities mantra. The whatever thought rises, the guru deities, the holy mind, Dharma. So there's I think many different ways. You see, kasure. Yesterday I did not, didn't remember. So here, this quotation, the last one, so if you don't know the secrets of the mind, then even you wish happiness, to achieve happiness, and to eliminate the suffering, but then without meaning you wander in samsara. So if you don't know the secrets of the mind, it's like that. So you see, so whole world of people, not on the beach, just doing business, flying the airplane, going by boat, the ships, unbelievable in the ship. I haven't been in the ship. I mean, there's people dancing in the ship. I mean, there's all things in the ship people enjoy. So they go around for months, and there's all kinds of things in the ship. I mean, people going by car, So you see, the people who know secrets of the mind is. People who know secrets of the mind is very little, hardly anything. And people who don't know secrets of mind, it's a kind of numberless sort of wish. Of course, they all wish to achieve happiness, eliminate suffering, but then they don't know secrets of mind. They wonder. So the wander in samsara without meaning. So from life to life, from beginning to rebirth, from the beginning to rebirth, and again same thing continuation. So like that without end. So like the nature of the sentence, nature of the world beings, what the nature of the world. Look at this now. Drawn the secrets of the mind. So therefore now we are so fortunate. You are so fortunate able to come this time, Kopan course. Unbelievable fortunate, unbelievable fortunate, unbelievable fortunate. Come to know the secrets of the mind, at least. At least come to know the secrets of the mind. Oh, so fortunate. Don't forget. Don't forget. So how many human beings suffering in the world without knowing the secrets of the mind? Oh yeah. Then today dagi simdini election labor so much. Simsung tushu mata but tusha mangbachi. Today dagi simdini. So therefore my mind. So I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember again now. I try to look at again, but I don't remember the well. But it means protect well the mind, protect well my mind. So protect with the tension, remembrance and awareness. With the truth, then protect the mind. Yeah. Samsung tushu madoba. What is the use of the conduct? What is the use of serving the conduct? What is the use of serving the conduct? Kind of some of the behavior, some of the conduct. I'm change looking, dress and hairs, and all kinds of shapes, all kinds of conduct. What is the use of that? Except the protect the mind. The conduct protect the mind. Otherwise, so many things. What is the use of that? So if you don't protect the mind, then whatever you do outside is nothing. It's no use, no benefit. Then I left out. That's we emphasize. Didn't I complete the quotation I didn't remember yesterday. Simje misu na ngashin tada shumju yame la treve simde chichunga dada chumanda. The button, the angry, something. It's a katore. Like sky, so it's limitless, numberless. So if you are going to kill them, destroy them, no limit. So numberless. You can never finish. Once you destroy the anger, your anger, then all this enemy, it's like having no enemy outside. You, no enemy outside, even though numberless enemy. But once you anger, no enemy outside. So it's like having destroyed all the numberless enemy outside. Once you destroy your anger. You understand? Certain data, if you're going to cover the whole earth by letter, not in a letter, but shoes, which is a letter, then you say no tone comes in if you walk anywhere. So it's like the whole earth is covered by leather. If you have leather in the shoes, you see. So this is one I didn't remember. Tejin chiro ngobayan nange semde chidogi, semde one labades. Tejin chiro ngobayan nange semde chidogi. Like that, then outside outside, outside all the enemies who harm you, or all the enemies, so all that by subduing your anger, your mind which is unsubdued, your mind which is unsubdued, the anger, by subduing that, then all the enemy outside all get dogs, then all the enemy who harm you, all outside then get subdued, changes. See, you have no enemy outside. Therefore, same do on the level. Therefore, subduing mind is best. So you see, do not commit any alteration. Engage in this perfect wholesome action. Subdue one's mind. This is teaching Buddha. Subdue one's mind. This is teaching Buddha. Now you know that incredibly important. Subduing the mind. So you see, even you know by heart all the kanjur is more than 200 volume, kanjur is more than 100 volume, Buddha's teaching, then Pandits, the commentaries. So even you know all that Tantra Sutra by heart, you can explain. You see, if you are not subduing the mind, even though you are so expert, but you are not subduing the mind, then you are not practicing Dharma. I mean, it's like playing tape recorder. It's like playing tape recorder. You're not practicing Dharma if you don't subdue the mind. So even you see, even you know, just even you don't know much, even you know little, but you subdue the mind, or that's practicing Dharma. So yeah, so that's important. The other ashrams here. Okay. So okay. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, didn't Chancho Samcho Rinpoche Maje Wana Jeju Jeba Nyamba Kone Gonggo Bawa Sho O Kande Rave Kore Shina Dependa Deva Malu Jungwe Ne Chere Sewa Tenzin Jadu Shabe Sede Padu Tenju Tonye Ninje Songdo Jube Wa Jeje Sanje Kanje Changna Pemo Tenje Jato La So Ande So Jeje Andro Cho Then due to all the past best fish I made it to let me the time to let by number listen, they may number to go die. Yourself, your family member who dead, who are alive, yeah, to be then all of us, yeah, no, then all the students to be guided by Lama Tsongkhapa, being mind the virtual friend in all the lifetimes. So Tara Gondo Jawa Tonga Tejo Sini Mozu Zebe to Jave Mabe Lansan Tinye Keje Tayan Dawa Manjo then never be separated from pure path, admired by all the Buddhas. So the way to do that. Only to exercise Lama Tsongkhapa teaching, unmistaken teaching. In this life, in your life, in the heart of others, the students, Namdara Tami Chimda de la Jase Chepe Indoche Jato Joge Renina Juji Losa and Jaye Tata Jawara Ponde Lame Namba Tawala Keji Tamya Lota Meji Chinze Leba Tome Mugu Lame Chela Sanla Jubarajo. We pray the world, we are responsible. Did all the past, but which I married to close with the Buddha, married to close, but numberless Buddhas. May the wars happen now and future to be stopped immediately. And may the sicknesses and famines, those to be stopped immediately, and may all the dangers of fire, dangers of fire, things like that happened many months in California. Fire, 3 fires. So numberless ants were burned, numberless insects burned by fire, by the big animals, small animals. Then the human beings died. Dangers of fire, dangers of fire, dangers of water, the tsunami, then air. Then earthquakes, avalanche, whatever, landslide, happens again. All these to be stopped immediately, and may the perfect peace, happiness be revealed in everyone's heart by general loving kindness, compassion, bodhichitta in everyone's heart. And may the Buddha Dharma last long time, from where the sentiment is peaceful happiness, and the sentiment is Buddha Dharma, and meet Buddha Dharma, and achieve enlightenment as quick as possible. All that. May I able to cherish every sentient being. More than sky filled with the wishing and jewels. Dane samje tamje la yeji no la la tenjo drebe samba tado jeba jeba jo. Did all the 3 dimensions to collect by me, 3 dimensions to collect by number listen to in a sentence being as any sentient being who see you or whom you see, who hear your voice, your name, remember you and touch you, talk to you, seeing your picture, just by that may they be free from all the sufferings. They achieve all the happiness, including enlightenment. Danye tongama to sama jesu tenya ru regama tamdu java tamje teya mola dunga guji ne namba gu dedan denjo due to all the past, present, future merit, to collect the material merit, to collect the numberless and the numberless Buddhas. That's what that which exists mere name. Do that meta I who exists in mere name. Achieve the Buddhahood which exists in mere name. Lead all the sentient beings who exist in mere name. To that Buddhahood which exists in mere name. Dharma alone who exists in mere name. Jaman Bhaya Chita Jimata Kunda Sangpo Teyante Ata Kunji Chitun Talo Chikewa Tisa Tanjara The Chebe Jawa Tante Chungwa Kana Chutunga Ita Kewe Tawate Sangpo Chuchi Rabdo Ngawaraji Chiji Jawa Zonga Vecha Zai Nai Pewa Keji Tsema Shewa Tunji Mali Tawai Joy Tadai Shinji Tusa Devi Soji La Tene Jawa Zain Chava Tenpa Yurin Bojo Thank you very much.